You're listening to episode 22 of Laxin at the Lair with your host,
Chuck Gibson.
And your other host, myself, Truffles, that quit 2 weeks ago, but nobody told Tony, so... And a very special guest.
I'm glad you're back.
Where's Shine Sweet Moon?
Good evening, everyone. We are Shine Sweet Moon. Thank you so much for being here for Laxin at the Lair.
Howdy. This song's called Western Daughter. When the weather is right and the sun's so bright that I can see right into the green, well, I just gotta be part of that scene. And I'm a-going to Tennessee. Hey, down to Nashville, they say the music plays there every day. And there ain't no finer stop in Carolina if Nashville's on the way. Oh, well, I'm gonna go dip my toes in a deep blue lake. All my worries left behind and take my sweet old time. Cause I've got a yearning, that fire's burning, and I wanna go out before the snow. Oh world, won't you keep turning slow and take me to the show? Hey, I hear that nothing can compare to Wyoming in the spring. The song of the blue jay, flowers on the prairie, a butterfly's wings is just a trickle of sky. Blue water so cold is gonna float down to me, right out to the sea. And there is no place I'd rather be, because the sky's taking me down. It's got me in a stranglehold. It's knocking me out. Just knocking me out. Yeah, I'm going down. Let your love come sevenfold. It's no surprise that I am bound, playing in this sandbox, so keep knocking me out. Keep knocking me out. Yeah, I'm going down. Let your love come sevenfold. Every time I think about you leaving, then my tiny little heart starts grieving. I was wandering around, looking down. You came along and gave me something to believe in. Oh, you are beautiful inside and out, and I want to fill you up with my love. Maybe take a minute of your time and just a bit of the attention of your mind. When your heart is sinking down, I want to lift you up. Feels so easy, I'm breathing in and out. You're flying on the breeze way down south. Up as soon as I can, across the big sand, across the whole world. A beautiful girl fell in love with the beautiful land. It's no surprise to me at all that I keep coming when you call, cause you were in my dream and I was in your dream. And if we keep on dreaming, the whole world will have to come along. Over the mountain, down in the canyon, sandstone run, a western daughter. Oh, meet me down by the water. Oh, when all your work is done, I wanna wrap you in my arms like a big calzone. But my body is a bit too thick to travel on the telephone. Baby, I can hear you, but I want to be near you. 'cause oh, you are so dear to me, and there is no place I'd rather be.
Thank you so much.
All right, now lumps.
Okay.
Or maybe let's do something else first.
No, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, this song's about lumps. Yeah, lumps.
Yeah, lumps.
You heard me right. You guys know what lumps are. I know it's kind of an uncomfortable subject, but we all experience lumps at some point in our life. Anyway. If time is a road, it's not a smooth one. This I know, 'cause I've been along, breaking wheels out in the middle for some time now. Is this a stein or just a blob? The little white bump on the eye of my dog. She won't let me touch it and it keeps getting bigger. I just want to explode it, but I can't reach the trigger. Oh, is this a lump or just a bump? I'll search it on Google while taking a dump. Convinced that it's cancer, I'm feeling morose, but I'm looking for something that says I'm just gross. So please tell me I'm gross. It's too big in my estimation. Then again, I'm just a growth on a growth on an outcropping on a conglomeration. Is this a stain, or is it a rash? Is it an outbreak of vegetable hash? Could it be from those mushrooms I found in the woods, whose identification I've misunderstood? Oh, here is the scene. I was a teen. I found little bumps on the base of my peen. When I went in, the doctor said, "Dumbass, you're fine. Those are just where the hairs will grow in good time." Oh, please tell me I'm gross. Please say I'm okay, and so is my dog. Then again, I'm just a lump on a bump on a stump of a log in a bog. I don't mind the lumps, there's 10 on my feet. I eat lumps for breakfast in my cream of wheat. The lumps in my neighborhood smile and wave, and with luck one day I'll be a lump in a grave. 'Cause I'm just a knob on a log. I'm the sty on the eye of my dog. A blip on the radar, a bump in the road. I'm a lump on the head of a great horny toad. Oh, lumps, 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 lumps. Go see your doctor for measles and mumps. And never you fear, at the end of the day there's a pill or a powder can sweep you away. Lumps, lumps, lumps.
Thank you.
Fair play? All right, this next song's about Fairplay, Colorado. Spent a good amount of time up there during the pandemic because they didn't think there was a pandemic, so they let us keep playing shows and had some crazy times, some crazy party nights. And one night after a show, this old man held a giant pistol in my friend's face and was like, "How would I turn your head into a fucking canoe?" And then it kind of de-escalated from there, but that was the inspiration for this song. Keep your eyes on the road, build for the sun. line, fast as you go, speeding across the line. The show will wait, 'cause you're playing all night. The room where you're staying remain with its arms open wide, greeting the passerby like you. And who would plant one of those there when they're just growing everywhere through the rocks by the side of the highway, and boulders around where the river runs down into town, where old men fight with crooked canes. Don't worry, your friend will kick them in the face, and we'll lay in this place for a while till some silver heel psychopath ruins our day. It's okay, we're getting ready, all jerried up and heady, and I'll show you my skill to make mountains of molehills. Yeah, I need the release, I've been pulling my hair. I should have brought my piece, and then we could have all died there. Yeah. Your ass up the pass, they're pouring you wine where it rains every day, flooding the Columbine. You're fine with nothing but a swollen black eye. We screamed at that guy to fuck off and drove home through the night, chatting about the fight. You're right, never ends. All you can do is to transcend, and I'll float round the bend with you. Glad you're okay, 'cause your head would make a poor canoe. It's true, up here in this riparian zone is a place that I'd like to call home, where you're never alone for too long. All the beetles and roaches come around to the sound of our song. You ought to try it. I'll give away 5 hits of the best that they're selling. The dead watermelon, commence with the babies, the drunks and the crazies, and the girls from the wedding, getting down to our shredding. Yeah. Thank you. All right, this next song is it's about the beans. You guys ever heard the phrase "give it the beans"? It's like a Midwestern thing. It means like give it all you got. But I think it comes from horse racing because they used to give the horses beans the night before a big race, give a little extra gas, exactly. Or protein, whatever. I don't know how it actually works, but yeah. So anyway,
I'm not a horse mechanic.
at a truck stop in Missoula, sitting on a patch of grass, thanking God we got the bus fixed so we could make it up the pass. We had a gig that week in Big Fork. It's a hell of a way to make a living, but I can't go back to building apartments, cause I could never put my heart in it. No one even wants to live in them. And I can't stand working on engines, no. These hands were made for plucking strings. Maybe not. Every time I take the bus in, they tell me they like the way she sings. And there's an angel on my shoulder whenever my ride is breaking down. She helps me to get off of the highway and coast my ass right into town. She says, give it the beans, give it the beans. And I don't know what it means, it seems obscene to me, but we're gonna make it, we're gonna break it, give it the beans. Well, I lived in the city, and now I'm living here in the city, but you can call me a snowbird, but I've been traveling all year. We come right out of the skillet, now we're dancing in the coals, I'm really cooking with ideas and warming up our souls. Folks, they say it's crowded now, it'll never be the same. They had to get right out of Dodge, go and live out on the open range. To buy a fancy trailer on a 100-acre farm, stay away from everyone and stay away from harm. Give it the beans, give it the beans. We're all pedal to the metal, just a floating down the stream, but we're gonna make it, we're gonna break it. Give it the beans. Hey, some say that the end is near, but they've been saying that for years. And every time the day goes by, they quietly adjust the lie. But most of us are on the fence, worrying about the rent. But one day it'll all come true, and I'll be dead, and so will you, I believe. And I'm relieved we're all on a path to somewhere where it is we can't conceive. But we're gonna make it, we're gonna break it. Give it the beans. Go ahead. Thank God I'm not the captain of this boat, I'm just a sailor. Thank God I never tried too hard, cause I can't be a failure. My mama always said all things in time and by their nature. Just give it all you got before it all turns back to vapor. Give it the beans, give it the beans. You know I've got the motive, if you got the means. We're gonna make it, we're gonna break it. Give it the beans. The old way?
Okay.
the farmer's field. Keep all the money, the dreams of fame. Just leave me the sound of the wind blowing through the tall grass on the hill. She reached inside a dying horse. She said it was the only way to save his life. She fed her dogs on cubes of cheese. Oh, they nibbled through like giant mice, as happy as you please. And I could sit in the park till the sun burned my face. Crooked thoughts scattered out in the darkness of space. And the wind on the wings of a bird in a cloud. In the silence of snow falling down. Fly away, oh pretty bird, your star is near. Earth won't keep you any longer. I'm paralyzed, I'm paranoid. My head is fragile, shattered and shook. I cannot play here without the floor. Oh, time is long and the way is harder than it looks. I wonder if it was the fall. He sat alone in the car all night. I bet we could have been good friends. Another life, were we not so constrained by time? Oh, merry traveler, oh, happy man. What visions carried you away? The sun is risen, the birds are gone, pale before the dreams that come so vivid to the darkness of the grave. in the light.
Thank you.
All right, I want to take a poll of the audience. Maybe find out who has been closest to a bear in real life in the wild. Aaron, how close?
I saw a bear cub one time when I was running, and I knew Mama was close.
So how close were you to the bear?
30 feet.
Okay, anybody else? Can anybody top 30 feet from a bear? Randy?
Yeah, Durango, 1 year, there was like a bunch of them. There was like a mama and a baby that lived on the campus. Like I saw one in a yard one night just walking around.
So,
And went
like 10, 15 feet, maybe?
yeah, probably.
Something like that? All right. Well, I'm impressed. Bears are terrifying. I think one of the scariest ways to die would be getting eaten by a bear because they don't have a kill instinct. They'll just eat you alive. Anyway.
Here's a song about bears.
Here's a song about bears. Some people think they're cute and cuddly, like Anna. So this, you gotta kind of balance both in your mind. Anyway. Ooh, hallelujah. Well. Friend, then why you shaped like Fred? Fuzzy, wuzzy, ripping off the lid of the trash can. Scratch your back when it's itching until you find your snout a twitching. Pulling you right up a tree to honey straight from the cone. And it's a lovely day. The wind will blow and the branches sway. Dim little eyes staring out at the sea. Like a head for in as ever, it was never not enough to terrify me. When you're working in the circus, it makes it hard to take you serious. Struggling to juggle while you ride a unicycle. From the star of The Revenant to the protagonist of Paddington. Smokey told me the responsibility is in my hands and it's a heavy weight. Cause I'd be nothing without that flame. A Mowgli arm in arm with Baloo. Just a muggle on the struggle bus trying to bust my buddy out of the zoo. Well, we're all here dancing around. Swallow your fear just as long as you can keep it down. Even up in the Arctic, you are the king of marketing. Coca-Cola never looked so good on an iceberg. 1,000 pounds of tooth and claw, a swift paw and a brutal jaw. God in all his wisdom covered you in fluffy white fur. And I'm in need of a hug, cause fear and love are both a hell of a drug. If we could take our differences and set them aside, I'd straddle up a saddlebag and fiddle and bridle on and gone for a ride. Well, I'm so scared out in the woods, but I keep pushing on. A little fear will do a body good. Keep pushing on up over the hill. Keep pushing on out into the big woods now. No step on snake, show some respect. Keep pushing on, you need a big hug now. You're so busy now till the winter comes. Not the true hibernator, just the lazy bones. Follow deer sign out to the apple tree. I don't have a sweet yet troubled dream, and I keep touching my face to make sure that I'm really here. I'm a red-eyed bird as this world comes into focus, but that other place was only made up, so there's no room for shedding tears. But I was flying around and moving stuff with my mind, king of a nonsense world that I'm perfectly glad to leave behind. Sweet and subtle green, and the clouds a silver sheen spun between a spider's knees. Yeah, soft fingers ran down the length of all my skin till a loud and raucous din brought me back to where I'd been. Hey, well, I'm a billionaire swimming in a bowl of jello. Sweet sunlight, please don't let this be sterilized. Oh, please, sweet sunlight, don't sterilize this memory. Oh, please, sweet sunlight, please don't erase my dream. This night high, oh please, I need more time to rest from all that I've done. Oh dear, yeah, morning light, shine soft and bright, show me this place. What all changed when I went away? Brilliant firelight is shining out the caves of your eyes like stars. Did the blankets hold you down? Is this constellation real? What the hill across the stream into the house where I keep my dreams? I can't make you feel, so I'll be back by sunrise. I wanna be there again one more time. Yeah, one more time. I wanna do it again one more time. Yeah, one more time. I wanna see you again one more time. Yeah, one more time. I wanna fuck you again one more time. Yeah, one more time. We can never get enough. We ride it till the wheels fall off. What can I do to help you? I feel like I let you down. Oh, I have been so down and stuck thinking nobody gives a fuck. But I hope that it won't be true, 'cause I still wanna see you. I wanna be there again one more time. Yeah, one more time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. It's really great to see everybody. Thank you. Thanks to Lair for having us. Thanks to Nate for setting this up. There he is. I'm just like staring off in the distance. Thank you. Hair Eater, Smiley Gap Mouth.
Woo!
Fucking sick. Super sick.
Yeah. We're not done yet.
Rain, rain from the sea, filtered through a screen, blowing through the green, washing everything. Mile high apple pie, you're the apple of my eye, fixing broken stuff, even though you had it rough. Tell me how'd you get to be so tough? In the light of a neon sign, would you be my Valentine and play with me a tune in a band called Shine Sweet Moon? Cause you're sweet and opaque, and both of us have made mistakes, but still it's clear to see I love you and you love me. It's something simple and profound. So roll, roll, roll the windows down. You're so deadly without making a sound. Oh, life changes everyone, but I'll be the one to stick around because I love you, baby. In San Diego, where it's summer every day, I want to say to you that I would not want to change a thing because I really love you. Let me give you what remains of me when I'm above you, when I'm above you once again. Look at us in the bus, it sure ain't pretty, but it's good enough. We got rid of all our things just to drive around and sing. And now we ain't got money, but we're rich in time, spending hours saving dimes. When push came down to shove, you can't put a price on love, but I would pay any price because it feels so goddamn nice. Round and round for a spell, I'm so glad that we never fell off $1 million highway on the way down to your aid. Ridgeway, Montrose, Telluride. We slept on a mountainside where it was nice and cold at night, enough to make you hold on tight. Look over there, it's a bear. It's okay, he's far away. So roll, roll, roll up to the park. We'll laugh and dance and sing our songs till after dark. True, we might not have a place, but you will always have one in my heart. Because I love you, baby. In Colorado, where the mountains meet the desert, where there's people growing peaches, let the juice drip down your chin, and we will walk along together like a couple southbound sneeches out into the sunset, where I will love you once again. Thank you so much. All right, this next song's about home. 2, 3, 4. Way back when I was young, there was a place that I called home. It was right by a river, and in the summer there I would roam. Yes, I would wander with my thoughts past the trees, blowing cotton in the water, over rocks, getting stickers in my socks, although my mind was always rotten. To my friend's house up the street and dig my toes into the tar. On the sidewalk past the Sikh, I'm sure that he was just a dude, but at the time it seemed bizarre. Well, back then we built tree forts with branches and nettles. Now we use metal and chemical foam. Way out in that forest where the birds are a chorus. My fortress was porous, but it was my home. My home. A place is what you make it. If you can't take it, brother, don't be sad. Look up the starry dome. The wandering clouds are silver clad, and when 1,000 miles those same clouds might violently converge and let their water down on some poor town. If you'd stay a while, I'll be there. My 1,000-mile stare, the ringing in my ears will fade away until I'm sleeping like a bear. Out in the desert, where the people leave litter, there's so many critters, you're never alone. I fell in love with the sweet talking wanderer, and wherever we end up, now this is our home, our home. Oh, screw you guys, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going somewhere that want me. Sleep in my eyes. I'm so tired. I just need a place to lay my head down. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going home.
Thank you.
You want to do a lullaby?
You don't want to do Roger?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to do lullaby and then Roger? Roger.
Roger.
All right, this next song's about my nephew dog, my sister's dog, Roger. He's a bad boy, but he's also a good boy. My doggy's bark is getting louder, but he'll only bite if you are afraid of him. So please don't be shy, but also don't look him right in the eye. He's got a very special collar. It was designed to protect him from himself. He's not a bad boy, really, only misunderstood. And he eats everything right from the overflowing trash. Oh, corn all on the mold would satisfy him. Mayo cob slathered in mayo. My dog doggy drives a little tractor. He's filing the paperwork for an LLC. He's quickly becoming a pillar of the community. Known in town as Sheriff Roger. The long paws of the law is how he described himself. He jumped on the counter and threw up something orange on the couch. And he sleeps next to me, growling and suckling reflexively. He's in a dream, he'll never catch him, running like he's underwater. Even the sun is beautiful when it's reflected in your eyes, my son. Even the holes you dug and the broken screen, all fair as long as you don't go downstairs. So walk in the path of light. Alright, I know I will always love you. Digging the garden flowers, it's alright. There is no way for you to do wrong, as long as you don't eat my shoes. I know you like to eat headphones. My doggy coughed up 3 weeks later. The same cob of corn that he took out of the trash. It was just a little smaller and green, but still in one piece.
Thank you.
Oh, can we do feelings?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're gonna slow it down a little bit for you guys.
Who likes being sad? Woo!
Feelings are bad. Feelings are bad. It's not okay when you miss your dad. I would know, 'cause I never miss mine. I just get high. I just get high. The sheriff called me and said you were running after stealing $1,000 from your wife. He said, do you know, son, what way he was going? I said I'd never had that answer my whole life. Well, there was a time that we'd run in the park playing hard till the light faded out into dark. When our problems were ramps that we'd rollerblade up and breaking the rules of a game that we made up. Our parents would worry and fight about money, but grown-ups were stupid and their worries were funny. You can't teach them nothing they don't want to learn, and there ain't no use putting out fires, so just let them burn. 'Cause feelings are bad, and that voice inside your head can drive you mad. I would know, 'cause I listen to mine, and I lost my mind.
I lost my mind.
I lost my mind. Is God up above in the sky? Is that where you go when you die? Do you think it's more painful than being alive? I wouldn't know, 'cause I just get high.
I just get high.
I just get high. Take off your shoes, hang your coat on the wall. Would you like some tea or alcohol? I wouldn't know, 'cause I don't know you at all.
Know you at all.
I don't know you at all, so don't tell me your business. All you bucket around are your reasons for leaving town. I don't want none of your problems coming down on me. It's well understood that you're trying to do good, but I can tell you don't know what it means. Feelings are bad, they get in the way. It's not okay when you're not okay. I would know, 'cause I never fall down. I'd rather drown. I'd rather drown. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to do two more for you real quick. This one's about dreams and the Tao Te Ching, which is a Chinese philosophical text. Oh, could I get some extra reverb for just this one song? On just a guitar. Yeah. So good and happy and fine. Your sun-kissed reflection is blowing my mind. What year is this wine? It's top secret vintage from the valley beyond, aged in the bottom of a crystal clear pond. Come to me easily. place and forego the high. Float away light on the wings of a fly. Try not to try. I came to this dream with my old weary bones, waking up softly to sad lullaby. If I cry, take me home. Running with my father, watching movies with my brother. I came up on the back stairs, broken through the window, racing you to a traditional funeral. We danced in a circle and I put my gift down. The wind in the mountains sweeps through the pines, flies over Clear Creek and into the mines. Look for the signs, the nimbus and cirrus and cumulus clouds. Some look like spaceships, others like shrouds, smothering, mothering. Swaddling babe, blind by the light of the mouth of the cave. Have a drink, sit and think, willow and aspen and cottonwood trees. Some for the badgers and some for the bees, and one just for me, I think. Walking with my sister on a rope bridge by the ocean, I realized I was dreaming and decided to fly up above the clouds, kicking satellite pieces. And I heard a great song that I forget now.
Thank you.
Do we do memories or food?
I don't know. Let's do memories.
It's like squeezing water out of a stone. Oh, well, I was thinking of you just the other day. Hey, hey, out here in the great unknown. Well, I've been doing fine, but I've been seeing ghosts. I lost my mind, and I was happy just thinking about you being mine, mine, mine forever. In hibernation, the ice melts slowly from our hearts and the sun. Oh yeah, and Father Time both do their parts. But I loved you, and your memory will stay true to me, and I will see it through. Even if you say it's not true to you, if there was just a few of us, and you'd probably see me around. But as it is, I'm on the other side of town. There's millions of motherfuckers keeping me down. So let's go on forever, making new friends. We'll join new bands, and then years later meet up again in distant lands, 'cause we could always find another brother and another mother and another lover that'll last forever and a day. And when the day is done, fade away to the setting of the sunny, sunny sun. Oh yeah, of the sun. Oh yeah, hey now. Seeing ghosts of better times, and with every day my future's slipping farther and farther away. And as I sit and wait, I crystallize my thoughts and they turn to rocks and sit inside of my soul. Don't you know they're making me oh. Well, I love you. My memory has let me down, and it's way past time that I begin out of this town. Rolling on down the highway, whatever way it goes, how will I know when to take the river, deliver me on to my home? Whoa, yeah, my home, where I belong. Hey, and Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. It just occurred to me we have a song that we usually play at the end. It's pretty short. Can we just do one more? Okay. All right. Okay. That was supposed to be the last song, but we're gonna do one more because this song is called "The End," and I feel like if we don't play it, the show's never really gonna be over.
Kalindi, if you want us to play Besame, we'll play it on the sidewalk for you later.
All right. Ben, this is a song, I don't know if we ever did it, but I wrote it in high school when we were jamming, and I kind of rewrote some of the lyrics, but maybe you might recognize it. Oh, this is the end. We are leaving, my dear friends, though we'd love to stick around. We're not long for this town, but don't be sad, we will be back one day. Oh, shine sweet moon will play until we're dead. And don't you know, you'll be in our hearts and we'll be right there up in your head. So sleep. We apologize for interrupting your dreaming, and please don't take it back. You know we gave what time we had, but now we're on our way, and you could come along. If you don't, you may regret it tomorrow, but as you like. This is one last song to keep at bay all of the sorrow. In passing, it's all understood.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm also glad you're back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
What's the name of the band and who are you?
Where's Shine Sweet Moon?
I'm Mookie.
I'm Anna.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, Tony, take it away, please.
So how long you guys been playing together?
Together?
Yeah.
Couple
Like-
years,
Yeah.
like 2 years plus.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Are you from Denver or somewhere else?
I moved here to the Denver area when I was 12, and then she's from San Diego.
Are you in Denver now?
We live in a short bus and just drive around the country.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was living in a van, and I met him at an open mic at the Mercury Cafe, and I was like, yo, what's up? Do you want to drop your whole life and live on the road with me? And he was like, yeah. So that's what we're doing
So
now.
you got him to go on the road, not the
Pretty much.
opposite.
He already had the short bus, though. We just had to build it out. So
The short
he was
bus
all
is
he had 1 foot on the road already.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't have any brakes. Tony didn't realize there was 2 different versions of buses till he was an adult, and he was
Wow.
like, "Why is that one so long?"
You mean I can't wipe the shit on the windows in this bus? Like,
But how did you guys find each other? You know, you just said the Mercury Cafe. You've been playing together cohesively since then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically, I saw her play some songs at the open mic, and then I got up on stage and I was like, "That was sick," because I knew that she was a badass. And then
she is.
yeah, and then I played some songs, and she came up to me afterwards and was like, "Hey, we should play music together." And I was like, "Yeah."
He was like, yeah, totally. And I was like, cool. So,
it?
like, you want to give me your number? Or?
I was thinking, are you playing music or are you playing
But individually,
Yes.
both, huh? That's awesome.
individually, how long have you played instruments?
Since I was like 5, I started on the pan flute, and then
There are
not talking
people
about
that
your
make
Uncle
money
Mark.
playing a pan flute. Yeah, you can make money doing it. He started pan flute.
yeah, I started on the pan flute, and then the stuff you do in school, like recorder, and then viola, and I kind of did that.
Buns.
Yeah, exactly.
I murder a recorder.
Yeah, and then like in typical fashion, started playing guitar in high school to get laid, and then still doing that, I guess.
Did it work?
Nah, it took years.
Fair enough.
Hey, how did you guys find out about the Lions Lair?
Actually-
what brought you here?
I actually played in this rock and roll band called Taken by Canadians for like 7 years. And one of our first tours, the first time I played a show in Denver was at the Lions Lair.
And you were like, where were you living at when you were on tour? mean,
I lived in San Diego at that time.
So you lived in San Diego and you toured here,
yeah.
and you played the Lair.
We played at the Lair, yeah.
Well, you must have been in a good band because everywhere else in Denver the bands suck.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So what was the name of the band?
Taken by
Oh,
Canadians.
you said
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. I forgive you.
No, sorry. So, what was your first paid gig where you actually made money and you became a professional musician? Each separate questions. You've been together.
You go ahead.
Okay, I was living in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and I was working at this casino at a restaurant in a casino, and this guy paid me to play it. He heard me singing at work, and he was like, "Your voice is so pretty. Will you come play at my restaurant?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But I had no idea how to go about that or anything. I didn't have a PA or anything like that. So I just like,
You gave it your all.
yeah, I just showed up with like a guitar and a violin. He paid me $150. I played in this like weird loft over his dining room. I think it was in Guthrie, Oklahoma. It was like,
So nobody saw you play? Like
Probably
you were
not.
above so we're gonna put her in the back and hire her out.
They're like,
Play some
"What's that
music back
sound?"
there. It's like a casino gig. That's a total casino.
yeah.
Not yet.
Just- yeah.
We're gonna find out how much they get paid first.
I'm not sure. It was probably with the duo that I was in before I met Anna, with the bass player from Hair Eater who played earlier tonight. We were in an acoustic guitar duo, and that was when I started. That was when I found out that music could be a way to make money. So we started doing gigs. I don't remember specifically what the first one was that we made money, but that was my.
How much do you think you got paid? I mean, you gotta like the first time somebody said you're now a professional musician, you got paid something. The
Probably
first time you're like, oh my god,
like $200 to $300 for like a 3-hour set, but
I got paid
Yeah.
$10. The greatest $10 of my life. So,
Hell yeah.
you know, so
oh yeah.
being a professional. You got the next question there, Truffles? Why do you do this to me every time?
So, individually or as a group, craziest touring show, or just craziest show in general?
Crazy show you ever played? What the hell happened?
Well, craziest show was probably one that I sang a song about tonight in Fairplay, Colorado. We were going up there during the pandemic, and I was playing drums in this band. And after the show, this guy got into an argument with my friend, and we found out later he was sober. He was drinking like virgin drinks all night, but this old dude, he was like 60 something, pulled out a huge gun, put it in my friend's face. He's like, "How do I turn your head into a fucking canoe?" Yeah, and
What a great line.
yeah,
Not a good line.
dude,
Run.
yeah, but then my other
Here's
friend,
my wallet.
yeah, my other friend came up, and he had his kids there. His wife and kids were there, and he ran up and he started screaming in this dude's face. He's like, "My kids are here. Fucking chill out."
Don't kill him. In front
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Wait
Don't,
until
yeah.
they go.
Yeah, exactly. And it worked. And the dude's friend, it was funny because the dude's friend was like this big Jerry Garcia looking dude with like, I'm pretty sure he had a Grateful Dead t-shirt on. He was like super chill. And he was like, "Come on, man, let's go." So that was probably the craziest night.
I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I've played some really fucking crazy
You
shows.
got to think of the craziest one.
Like, I submit that I'm like, craziest how?
Where things went out of. I don't know.
I don't, okay.
After this.
Okay.
We have the Q&A section at the end. You're the only person who's ever wanted to ask a question, let alone us say no and wait like 5 minutes.
It's so funny. It's true. Nobody asked a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I've played a lot of crazy shows. I've played like, okay. You know, I'm just going to pick one. So crazy in the kind of a similar fashion as that one. There was one time that I used to play fiddle in this Irish punk band in San Diego called the Downs Family.
Sounds amazing. Irish punk.
It was very fun.
Need a harmonica player. I'm in.
We played this show in East County, and during the show, at some point, I thought that these two guys were like dancing, and it was like we were too big of a band to fit on the stage, so I was like down in front of the stage, and I thought these guys were like dancing past me, and then I realized as they were like right next to me that actually one guy had the other guy in a headlock, and they were fighting. So that happened, and then at the end of the set, this other guy, one of the guys from one of the band that went before us, because our singer like talked shit about them going over their time or something. He came up and started talking shit to him, but that guy he's been playing punk since like the early 90s. He's like deaf as fuck, and so the guy's like screaming at him, and he's just like, yeah. And then I saw him slowly realize that the guy was like adversarial, and then all of a sudden it turned into this like, oh, you want to go? Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really came of that, but it was that was probably the craziest in that direction. Craziest, like positive. I don't know. I got to play with Scarlett Rivera one time. That was crazy.
Awesome.
That was fucking wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, you guys go on a tour at all?
We live in a bus. Yeah, we just tour all the time.
Yeah, tour. I feel like tour is too grand of a word for what we do. We just cold call bars. We're like, hey, can we play at your establishment?
You're a two-piece, so it's awesome.
Yeah, it works out.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get gigs because we can fit into a corner,
Yeah.
and we have our own PA. So
I got to tell you guys this. This is the craziest thing. The White Stripes played here,
What?
and I was bartending, and they came in, and I was like, fuck, another two-piece band. And it's like, I was like, holy fucking shit. There was 15 people here. In 6 months, they sold out Red Rocks.
Wow.
Jack White was an amazing guy. I loved him. He's in 1 second. But he had the top 2 strings went in one amp and the bottom 4 went in another amp, and that's how he could do that. It was amazing. Showed me. Like, I didn't know.
Well, hopefully that means in 6 months we'll be selling out Red
Hey,
Rocks.
I like two-piece bands.
That's how it works, right?
That's how
Yeah.
it works, yeah.
All right, let's get him out of the way. Matt, what's the question?
My question is, so, you guys play together, I saw you guys the whole thing. Like how you guys, especially your vocalization, there's a weird, there's a beauty to your vocalization. And the way you play guitar, how do you guys figure that out as artists?
Are you talking about harmonies? I don't know that question.
Hey, come over here, talking to the microphone, and
So me and my dog watched this whole performance earlier, and I was super impressed how you guys, just the two of you, like the way you guys sang, the way you guys played, a fiddle and a guitar, and like how did you guys like the interplay between two people, especially like the vocalization, how you guys sang was like beautiful, like how you guys like found different things going on.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was cool. Like it was really cool. Like and you know, like how hard is that to do?
Got to practice.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
That was my question.
And you got to sing.
And patience, I think, is the number one thing.
I'm so glad you got that question in.
Yeah, patience.
It's called
Yeah, patience.
practice.
otherwise you're never going to be a good doctor.
It's so funny.
Exactly.
Like people think, like, oh, the band got out there, they're amazing. Like, how did they become that? Well, you practice your ass off.
I think we got really lucky too that we met each other because we both just happened to have similar appetite for the pain of trying to play nice music. It takes sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes
It
Anna
is.
will be like, we'll be
Sometimes I'm
practicing.
we'll be in the middle of practicing something, trying to figure it out, and I'll be like, just give me a second. And I'll just sit there for a few seconds, and I'm like, okay, let's do it again.
I've been in bands where they're fist fighting over an A and an E note. I'm like, I'm playing a harmonica, it's an A. Because my harp doesn't go out of key. Like, and the guys, so they recorded it, and it was totally an A. I was laughing so hard. It's like, dummies? Like, but it was a fist fight in the band.
Wow.
Over an A and an E. That's
We
so,
haven't had
like,
any fist fights so far, so
Yeah.
No fights ever?
no fist fights.
No
for
fist
sure.
fights.
I was in Japan, and I went with my ex, and we started like talking, like we're talking about 9/11, where we were at, and we were getting really loud in this bar. And my
As you do.
son's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, that's our new question for all the bands. Where
But
were
in
you
Japan-
on 9/11?
No, Japan, when they fight, they whisper.
Ah.
It's like the craziest thing seeing two people whisper at each other or pissed off. You never hear it.
Well, you know,
I think, in the United States, we should take that on. Just whisper, like, you fucking. It's really what's going on. I don't know. Like,
Wow,
they're very polite to each other.
that's great. So on 9/11, my grandpa had taken off from the same airport that
That's
those
a good
planes took off
question.
that morning, and I was
shit.
and so I was visiting my grandparents in Boston, and I was watching the TV, which was like a novelty. My parents are hippies, so I never watched TV, but I was watching the TV, the news, and I thought it was like a fake show. Because I saw the plane crash into the towers, and then the news anchor it was like this, when it happened, the news anchor was like, oh my God, what the hell? And I went into the kitchen, and I told my mom and my grandma, I was like, hey, some planes just crashed. I didn't know what they were. I was like, planes just crashed into this big tower. And they're like, oh, it's probably fake. And then it wasn't fake. It was real.
1 second.
I was taking my wife was taking the older kid to school, and I had the kindergarten one, and I sat there with my kid and watched it happen. It's like unbelievable.
Wow.
And then like you go to the teacher, kindergarten teacher, I bring the kid to school, and she's like, "What should we do?" And she's like, "Bring him into the classroom. The last thing you want is to have him watch this
Yeah.
shit." That was crazy times.
Yeah.
Like COVID. COVID was worse. Any other questions?
Well,
I can't remember. We should write them down.
I
You
have
always
remembered.
stare at me.
Because
You're the
you
one
never-
that forgot them.
All right, that's been the questions. Don't even point at Dewey. We'll do it in a second.
So we're moving on to the second phase of the show.
It's about fiddles. What about your question about 9/11? Well, then you can wait a second. I'll answer the 9/11 question right now.
We're going to do the good things that go on in Colorado or Denver. Hopefully there's something good going on in Denver. And then after that, you can ask all the questions you want.
Denver Zoo welcomes newest resident, Dewey.
What is it?
It's a baby giraffe.
Oh.
That's cool.
That's fucking good. That's finally something good that happened in Denver.
Its name is BB. You know, like
BB?
BB?
just 2 capital B's,
Oh.
like baby.
So he's going to get shot with a BB gun? I just get that.
It's thriving according to zoo officials.
Aw.
Oh.
5 Mountain Vista high school students honored for heroic actions at car crash.
Oh, that's nice.
They helped 2 people have a car crash in January.
Oh, that's like, I have a problem with the youth nowadays. They
What?
have no manners. The youth have no manners. I'm really surprised that 2 of them really went and rescued somebody. Instead of like, hey, man, I got to like... I'm sorry, I'm just fan. I had a really bunch of young punks last night I want to kill. I'm just really surprised they helped somebody out. No manners.
Toast of the town. Meet the 91-year-old lionswoman with gin named after her.
Gin, as in booze?
No, it's because rummy was already taken. Just kidding. Yeah, after the booze.
Wait, go back. What's her name? She had alcohol named after her?
Her name is Eleanor Settle.
So subtle gin? You can ban her anytime you want. It was just like trying to make fun of her.
Oh,
right.
I got nothing on that.
That's the last one?
So, okay. We'll move to phase 3,
Yep.
where you guys get to ask us a question. Any question you want, we'll try to answer it as honestly as possible. So you can ask Truff and me, you first. Take one of us on.
What is your favorite color?
Sky Blue.
All right.
That was easy. Fucking
Sweet.
A.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had some tough ones. That was the easiest one.
And you said you've been here for 30 years, is that right?
Yeah.
What's like the weirdest shit you've seen go down here?
The weirdest shit I was thinking about it the other day. We had the dwarfs in there, and my old
The
partner
band
was,
or like-
yeah, the band,
Okay.
of course. And my old partner was promoter, and he overbooked it. And we had a cop at the door. There's like 130 people in this place, packed solid. I got a cop at the door, and they come out naked. He's like, lock the door. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be back when the show's over. I'm like, it's the dwarves. They only last 22 minutes. And after the show, Black is like, this is the longest we ever played. We made it 34 minutes.
Wow.
Congratulations. And I went on tour with those guys, so it's insane.
Nice.
Wow.
But yeah, literally, like you got a cop at the door, place is packed, and they come out naked.
Yeah.
And not like hiding it. They're just like,
Fully naked.
and Marty, God bless you, brother. I didn't say your last name. Great cop. He's like, I'm gonna go get coffee. Lock the door. It's a private club now. Yeah, because you lock the door, it's a private club. And nobody
That's
can come
great.
in or out. Everything.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Private party.
That's one of the crazy moments.
Private parts. Private
Dewey,
party.
Scoot over there.
I was
Hey,
like,
do it.
holy
Just- hey.
fucking shit. Right. Yeah, quit trying to be in it's our podcast,
Tony.
Matt.
It's
You've had 10 questions. Go in the bathroom, ask your question, who am I? That's it? You got questions for Truff there?
Yeah. How long?
Please, dear God.
How long were you here?
what do you mean?
Like a.
I died with the fire 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the ghost
I'm
of
just
Truffles.
the guy that creates feedback on Fridays. I started doing stand-up comedy in here when I was 17, like 12 years ago, in that little booth.
I wouldn't let them out in the bar. They had to sit in the booth.
Well, yeah, we had to sit in the booth, and then we started wrestling and throwing away our shooters in the trash, and they made us wait out in the alley to do 5 minutes of jokes about how I look like a teenage version of Uncle Buck.
Nice.
So I've been here since like 2012-ish.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm born and raised here, so it's a little weird, but yeah. Yeah. I am very jealous of how you guys play instruments.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
don't
with
know how to
comedy,
play.
I create my own timing. But I was even talking to Pat. I was like, so do you see the thing he's doing with his hands? Where it's like down and then open and then down or something. I don't know. But I'm very jealous of how people play instruments. So
Stick to comedy.
no shit.
Oh, hey, where's the electric kazoo you bought?
Shut up!
He bought an electric kazoo. I got to see this. I don't know
No.
what the hell that is.
So this was originally this was sold as an electric kazoo, but then it just had like
Oh,
a
is it?
microphone that connected to this part, and I was like, I can just
See, that's
do
what-
the in a microphone, you know. It's not doesn't need its own
I
special
really have
mic.
seen one in front of my eyes. I'm a little
The reason I want the microphone is for a pedal board, so I could be like doing the national
Oh
anthem
yeah,
Ah.
and stuff. But
it's like a cheap
yeah.
Vox box. Yeah,
it's more of a novelty. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do stand up. So
I
next
support
I'll be-
your dream.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Likewise.
He does comedy. I play music.
What?
He does comedy. I play music. We toured a lot.
Perfect.
What's that
I'm
one?
so proud. You're like 12 years ago. You were in that fucking booth, and the next thing I know, you're actually funny.
Yeah.
People would like. I never laugh. So they're like, if you make Tony laugh, you got shit going. I still
So
laugh.
Tony works every. We have the open mic. We do open mic comedy Mondays, Gong Show Tuesdays, open mic music on Wednesdays. But Tony hosted every Monday and Wednesday for like 15 years.
Well, I worked Monday and I hosted the Wednesday.
But yeah, it took until his neck surgery to get a laugh.
If
which is like
you
5 years into my
literally
comedy.
listen to these
Wow.
idiots talk for 10 years. And like, there's still some people that get up there after 5 years saying the same routine. I'm like,
Every
nobody's
Tuesday
laughed in
with
the
the Gong
beginning.
Show.
Why you like try something different?
Every fucking Tuesday, they're like, "Oh man, I only made it 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Let me do the same jokes in an
See if I
hour."
can get 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah, fucking dumb shit.
So you
just
love
be
it.
glad you're not doing comedy.
So
Yeah.
You guys are amazing, man. Really amazing.
Thank you so much.
If I was smarter, I would do comedy because I love comedy. But music is easier for me. So
I think just the look of you is kind of comic.
thank you.
my thing is, you can do comedy in between your songs.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
you're never gonna walk out to Invesco Field to like 75,000 people being like, "Do the Italian tambourine guy impression."
I don't know. People. There are comedians that sell out stadiums. It does happen.
Yeah,
There's hope for
I
you.
was telling them about Pawn Stock because they'd be perfect for Pawn Stock.
I
I'll
do
talk to
agree
Vic.
with that. Yeah.
But he was the first comedian to actually do Pawn Stock. And me and Vic are like, he better make him laugh. And he did his impressions. We could hear people laughing all the way back. I was like, shit, he's funny. God damn
Nice.
it.
Hell yeah.
They stopped playing hacky sack by the gypsy caravans.
Oh,
Yeah, we might have, I'm working on Vic. He's coming here on May 9th. And I want to do comedians between the bands.
do you guys like hacky sack though? We could play
Just saying, oh, hey,
play a game. You ready?
What?
Ready?
What? Mark, yes, you're allowed to ask your fiddle. No, Mark, come on. Mark, what's your fiddle question?
it's Matt Strong. He's trying to take over the interview.
No, we made him wait. He's at the correct time. Right now, we turn it over for the question and answer section of the
anybody in
podcast
the
we've done
audience.
for 2.5 years. Does anybody have a question? It's on the banner. If you look on the
303.
Facebook
Just
Live.
like
Oh, no,
a phone number,
720-663 9286.
It's a burner phone. It's not going to be the same number in a couple weeks.
We finally got it working. Nobody's called though, right?
What's your
What's your fucking question?
Well, what's your fiddling question? Come over here and say it into the microphone.
I can't wait for this one.
This is recorded.
We're live on, Facebook in front of 13,000 people.
What's that question in the mirror there? What question where?
It's a good thing he has moves, or else I throw him out.
The question is about the fiddle.
okay?
How beautiful it is. It's got so much going on with like Americana and like what's the difference between the violin? How do you bring it into like the music that you guys make together? Why do you guys have it together? Like this is the question I'm at. These are the important questions music lovers ask. And
Are you asking the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
no, because I know that
The violin players get paid. Fiddle players get drunk.
That's a good one. That's a good answer.
I play. I have a friend of mine. His name is Abe. I'm not going to
Tony.
say his last name. He lives in trees in Kansas City.
Tony, I already
Best
asked
fiddle
her.
player.
I already asked her that joke when I get off the stage. But I just want to know, like how the fiddle plays in, like to your guitar, and like it's kind of interesting what kind of acoustic guitar you have. That's kind of cool, like
So what was the question? Is there a question?
fiddle. Why? And like,
Is that a
how do you do
question?
that?
She started playing the fiddle years ago, and it's kind of a novelty. So it's like if you have a fiddle in your band, it makes it easier to like book gigs and stuff like that because people are like,
That's true.
"Ooh, a fiddle."
But also, that's just like generally when I'm playing with other people, it's either going to be fiddle or keys.
I just remember people asking that question: is it violin or fiddle? And I had a guy playing violin in my band. He's like, violin players get paid, fiddle players get drunk and have fun. Like,
That's funny.
If you're gonna
I'm
be an
somewhere in
orchestra,
between.
like, you're a violin. But if you're sitting there fiddling away on the fucking, does that answer your question? Stomping your feet, getting drunk, that's a fiddle player.
Yeah, I tell
You're in an
people.
orchestra, like that's a violin.
Right. I tell people violin is up here, fiddle is on the arm down here.
That's a good.
Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle.
Sad.
So, hey, do you guys got what's coming up for you guys? What's up in your future? Give us all your information. Put it out there.
Oh,
So-
one second. Let me.
I
This is the last part where I do the tags and do the thing so we can dismount
Okay.
the situation. So I'll do the hosts and everything and the special guests, and then if you guys would just let us know where we can find you online.
Sweet.
Sweet.
That's why I stare at
We
you
should write
blankly
this
every
down.
week. Well,
we've been talking about it.
if you would.
More drugs to the host.
Anyways, that has been episode 22 of Laxin at the Lair with your host
Chuck Gibson.
and your other host, myself, Truffles, and our very special guest this evening.
Anna.
And Mookie from Shine Sweet Moon.
I am. And where can we find you online and shows coming up?
ShineSweetMoon.com. And our next show is in Santa Fe?
Fair play.
Oh, Fair Play. We're playing at the Snitching Lady in Fair Play on
22nd.
22nd.
I went to Fair Play Music Festival to see Slim Cessna, and I've never seen so many cops. Everybody's getting pulled over. I was like, I'm getting a hotel. And like, I'm not even going to get in my
Good.
car. And there were cops going around looking for people that were drinking and writing them tickets for drinking in public.
Oh my goodness.
It's a festival. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting pulled over. Nobody's scared. Everybody's scared to drink. Got cops going. It was Slim's like never
That's
playing
wild.
again. But Fair Play, that's where South Park and those guys. Are cool.
Yeah, our friends.
I do not mean to dog Fair Play. I just dogging the fucking police.
Our friends own the Snitching Lady, and it's a distillery up there in Fair Play, and we've played there for several years now, and it's a super cool spot. If you're ever in Fair Play, they got really tasty drinks. They make their own whiskey.
They do. They have a brand for the giant ice cubes.
Yeah,
It's
Awesome.
very fancy.
they put smoke, cedar
cup?
smoke
Yeah,
on the
they-
cup. Yeah, they do all the fancy shit.
It's a very fancy place,
yeah.
but also very
In
chill.
Fair Play.
Yeah,
Not
They-
Vegas.
fancy and chill.
I think it used to be a bank because they have where they keep like their extra bar stuff is inside of a vault. It's this giant heavy door. It's cool.
True facts.
It's a cool spot.
You come on down to Lion's Lair, we'll brand smoke right up your ass.
Hey, I really want to thank you guys. You sounded amazing.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate
Just
you
come
playing.
hang out.
We got to end
Karaoke's
this pretty
starting soon. Just sit
Karaoke
down.
starting at 9 o'clock.
Woo.
I'm so glad. Can you get Moose in the film? You're looking, Matt. Moose is with you. I'm throwing you out. Just kidding.
But thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having
Really
us.
appreciate it. And
Tony will pay you.
yes, you get paid for this. Minus your drinks. The good old boy Blues Brother band. You go get a money order out of the car.
Thank you for being here,
Thank you.
episode
And,
22.
hey, you guys have safe travels, man. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so
Because
much.
you guys are really good together.
Thank you.
Don't ever stop. You guys mesh.
won't.
He's like, how do you harmonize?
Hey, Alex.
Beautiful.
Have like a huge glass
Because
of
you do.
tequila.
Thank you.
Either you harmonize or you don't. But hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right,
for
we're
having
gonna
us.
move over to Kara. Thank you, Pat. I forgot to mention Pat. Thank you, Pat. He's our engineer. He does
Thanks,
a
Pat.
fucking amazing job every week.
If you ever been to a salon in the 90s, he's done all the artwork.
Nice.
I was gonna try to pronounce your last name, but I ain't going there, dude. I did that.
It's from Lord of the Rings.
It's Nagel. Nagel. Pat
Patrick
Nagel.
Nagel. Google that.
As 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I said it right. All right.
All right. Thank you for being here, everybody.